make me dilate so that I can give birth faster. And they gave me the medication. I don't really remember the name right now, to induce birth basically, and that was painful too. The contractions were hell. I was in pain. It was awful. Well, it was after the whole day of being induced, being in all this pain, being basically tortured, I would say. They gave me something to go to sleep at 11 at night. They were like, okay, you can sleep. You're having the baby maybe like at 7 or 8 in the morning. So get some rest and you'll wake up when it's time. You'll obviously know you're having a baby. So they gave me something and I was like, okay. I'm excited to get some sleep because I'm exhausted. And then they came into the room like 5 minutes later. They're like, move to your side. I'm like, okay. I moved to my side. Then they put the baby heart monitor on every side of my stomach. They're like, we don't hear the baby's heartbeat. I'm like, what do you mean? Next thing you know, I'm being rushed to get a C-section, and the anesthesiologist, he had gone to get coffee, and my fiance had gone to get coffee too because he was tired and it was late and he wanted some coffee. So I was by myself and they rushed me over, and because the anesthesiologist wasn't there, they didn't have time to give me any anesthesia. They were like, if we don't get the baby out of you right now, he's not gonna make it because his heart stopped apparently. So they stuck what felt like a big butcher knife inside of me and they sliced all the way through. And I was by myself because, like I said, my fiance was getting coffee. And I was so scared. I'm like, I'm not doing this till he comes here. They were like, you don't have a choice. Like, do you want to go home with a baby or not? I was like, okay, save the baby. So they cut him out. And I was like, it felt like the worst pain of my life. I'm like, I can feel it. I can feel it. And they're like, just hang in there. And I don't know what they did to me, but they gave me something for the pain afterwards. And I woke up the next day. And they're like, do you want to see the baby? I'm like, I do, of course, but I'm drowsy. I'm really out of it. Like, I don't want to drop him. So the baby he stayed with the nurses in I don't know what that's called right now. I'm sorry, my brain is lagging. But he stayed with the nurses at night for like 1 or 2 days, and within the third day, even though I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, I was still drowsy and in and out of sleep from all the medications they gave me, all the pain medications. They decided that I had post-traumatic stress disorder. They're like, oh, she doesn't want to hold her baby. Next thing you know, there's a social worker in the room. She was like, oh, do you hate your baby? Do you want to shake your baby? I'm like, do you realize I just had a baby without anesthesia? I'm exhausted. I'm in pain. I can't move. I'm in and out of sleep. They're like, oh, you need to hold him and take care of him all night because you're showing signs of issues, and then we're going to have to get ACS involved. Like, they gave me hell. They even had a psychiatrist come and ask me if I had like bad thoughts to kill the baby. I was like, no, I'm a human being. Like, damn. So then I took him home all cut up, and oh man, it was hell. But we got through it, and I have the most beautiful baby in the world. That he's strong, he's healthy, he's 3 now, and I'm amazed at how well this turned out because it was a shit show.